Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction to Boku no Hero Academia Chapter 335, Zygotes. And the title of this one instantly makes me think, that's a cool callback. That's what All Might first called the students there, and then Izuku recognized Gran Torino using it, and he's like, that must be where All Might got it from, so that's a cool callback. I mentioned this in the One Piece reaction I just recorded, but I've been thinking about putting something in the corner of the screen for these videos like I do for the Jump Week videos. I just don't know if, even if I don't put up like what I'm reading as I'm reading it, because I absolutely definitely can't do that. But even just putting like the current volume cover or something up in the corner, I wonder if that would get me in copyright issues. I really don't know for certain. So it's a bit questionable. I kind of want to put something up in the corner just to make things more interesting, but interesting to look at as I'm reading, though I know a lot of you just listen like podcast style, but yeah, I don't know. Don't know what I can or can't do in terms of copyright, because Jump can be crazy sometimes. Or really, I think it's more of, is Shueisha the publisher? I think it might be more of Shueisha that's crazy with copyright stuff. But either way, all of that random nonsense aside, let's get into chapter 335. And we have this nice cover page with All Might holding an egg. Number 335, Zygotes. Wait, so Star dealt lasting damage to Shigaraki. Data analysis from the American fighter jets tells us that when Shigaraki stole New Order, it ate away at him from the inside like a poison. Evidence suggests that New Order ravaged a considerable number of the quirks he held in his massive library. Okay, so that means right now is the world's best chance to take him out. And we have best ship, best couple, Kyoka and Momo. The mass civilian evacuation effort continues, and all remaining heroes are now on the hunt for the villains. Okay, this is cool, and we're getting to see Manuel and the Pussycats, Gang Orca and Rocklock, Wash. Nice to see Wash is still alive. The Edgeshot trio with Mount Lady and Kamui Woods and Fat Gum. Always great to see Fat Gum, one of my favorite characters. All for One may have suffered this setback, but figuring out his next move is nearly impossible. Whether we find him or he comes to us, full mobilization and all-out war is inevitable. Here's what you're up against. He may be sidelined for the moment, but Tomita Shigaraki is still the deadliest villain out there. And then there's All for One himself, his original body. Plus Dabi, the madman with flames as fierce as endeavors. Love this, basically a recap chapter. Young Himiko Toga, a constant thorn in our side, the 6 remaining near high ends, the remnants of the Liberation Front. Okay, and we're seeing more of, again, the background guys that we never got names for alongside Skeptic. I wish we got to know more about them. And then there are the yet-to-be apprehended, escaped convicts who serve All for One. It's safe to assume the list goes on, says Shoji? Mezzo Shoji? Yes, they will likely amass more allies. For some reason, that even though I know their names, that didn't sound right to me. Even though, again, I know all of the characters' names. Meanwhile, less than half of those on our side remain to face this threat. It pains me to say this just after Star's untimely death in the line of duty. But if you hope to protect anything you hold dear at all, then I would ask you to fortify yourselves using this extension we've been given. And we're seeing all these characters from Class A and Class B? Or is that supposed to be Uraraka? If so, she definitely, yeah, because that's like her costume's design, but with a shirt over it. She looks really different, though, there. Huh. Already way ahead of ya, says Bakako. I love the All Might panel with his face just being blown back. What he said. You haven't noticed because you and Deku left the school, All Might. I kind of like, I mean, it hasn't been like a real time skip. It was only like, what, like 1 to 3 months? But I like that the characters look at least somewhat a little bit different. What he said. You haven't noticed because you and Deku left the school, All Might. And when you do return, you leave without a moment's notice. In the wake of Gunga and Jaku, We've been doing intensive training with the pussycats, as much as we can without leaving the dorms. Why are you changing here? Says Mineta. Where Midoriya goes, we follow. Undaunted, we shall fight until Shigaraki is fallen. Not daunted at all, says Minna. Super cute. Kachan and the others even agreed to spar with me, to help me complete One for All. Huh? I never said that. Did some prison breaker rip your ears off? I thought you'd changed, says Rikido. All I want to know is how much punch my new cluster moves are packing. Taking on One for All is just another box to tick on the path to Shigaraki and All for One. That's right. Hey, don't forget to beat the snot out of me too, says Kirishima. You ain't ready to give up the title of resident punching bag? No, I just need to take some good poundings if I ever want to get harder. We gotta honor Star's last wishes. Why don't we take this out to the courtyard? How dare that piece of crap take my Star from me? Star fought for all of us, Mineta. Well, shall we begin, my wards? The zygotes I met that day have long since hatched. They refused to succumb to the raging storm, and now they spread their wings to reassure me. And we see sort of like, all of Class 1A's kind of the main characters, but we see the actual main characters among those main characters here. All for one, I'll say it again. You made a foolish move. Those foolish villains picked the wrong fight, because Class 1A is a mighty force to behold. Know that, all for one. And we have Shigaraki screaming back at the base. Worry not, my other self. All will be well. Your quirk factors are simply worn and weary after that fracas within you. I again love that all of this I feel like is just more and more to push Shigaraki away from All for One. Whether that's pushing him away as in he takes him out and becomes the real true Demon King villain, or that means it's a seed of potential redemption. But either way, I feel like it's more and more pushing them away from each other. Kill them all. Hate them. As long as a single person still remembers All Might's stupid face, I'll never know peace from this torment. Our minds are fusing. I can sense that much. That violent rage. Yes, I share Tomura's hatred now. There. This is all for the best. New Order refused to be stolen, but we've cleared away what was perhaps our most formidable obstacle. Let that lighten your heart. No sense in dwelling on a single foiled plot. I'm sorry to have to do this after all your prepping, but the rest of you will need to remain on standby a bit longer. Nah, screw that. We have Dabi. Another day of dear old Dad strutting around under the sun. I can't stand it. My dear Toya, we have much in common, you and I, but let me tell you how we differ. Huh? Listen well. When I find myself with a goal, I'm sure to plan out a number of routes to the goal, shall we say. To be exact, I weave my plots years, or even decades prior, so that I may employ a viable route when the time comes, a route that inevitably achieves my ends. Now, the advent of my perfected vessel is delayed, and UA has welcomed Izuku Midoriya back into its sturdy walls. Okay, and Shigaraki is seeing something. But what I have that you lack, Toya, are friends to spare. And we see questionable Hagakure. Again, they're gonna have to make this make sense. If Hagakure is working for, I guess, it would make sense as, it's the invisible one, and I don't know. I feel like Horikoshi's gonna have to do a little work. If this is what he's planning, he's got to do a little work to make this make sense. I will say, though, Invisible Girl looking kind of nice there. Okay, with that out of the way, I'm going to end the video. Thanks for watching. Sorry, the chapter was great. I like that it was kind of a recap chapter, but I honestly have always loved these kind of chapters of Hero Academia, where it's not really slice of life-ish, but it's just about the characters. That's always been the best part of the series, is the characters and their relationships. So I've always loved chapters like this. Either way though, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter. Hiccups. My thoughts and reactions. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. Much more Hero Academia stuff is here and will be coming in the future. I guess... if you want to help support the channel on Patreon, trying to remember where I was, it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. Hopefully I get channel memberships going soon, but yeah, either way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.